Can I get a roll call?
Mr. Sterling?
Here.
Mr. Thompson?
Here.
Mr. McKnight?
Present.
Mrs. Carlson? Here. Mr. Smith?
Here.
Mrs. Hastings? Here. Mrs. Meeks? Here.
Chris Arduino, Recording Secretary.
Troy Yarbrough, Superintendent.
Shelley Wagner, Human Resources.
Scheller, Curriculum and Instruction.
Jason Bloom, Communications, Community Relations.
Josh Rand, Business and Operations.
It's my pleasure this evening to recognize students from Rock Cut Elementary that are here to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Right. Get a chance to meet these fine young kids here in a moment.
I see him.
Stop right there. We got my bears spinning.
Don't let them sway you. Go right over in front of you. There we go. Come on over. Perfect. All right, so first, Mr. Smith, I'm sorry I'm not dressed like a ranger this evening. I heard you liked the green last time.
You look nice.
Thank you. To select these students, I sent an email to our teachers and I said, please give me a good representative of all that Rock Cut is proud of and meant to be, and these are the students that were selected. So, if you'd like to introduce yourself, start with you.
Kennedy.
Go ahead, Frank.
Franklin. Delilah. I'm Jacob. Sophia. Mallory. Colton. Ian. Jada. Gianna.
We missed one.
Did you make it?
Two.
Say your name.
Sophia.
What she said.
All right, right here with the table.
The blue sweater, right?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Friend, young lady.
Sienna.
All right.
All right.
Everybody would stand with us.
Everyone stand. Just like we do every morning, we're going to lead everyone in the pledge, okay? I pledge
Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
and a Rock Cut Creed.
I am proud to be a student at Rock Cut School. I am safe, I am respectful, I am responsible. Rock Cut is a better place because I am here today. I am a ranger.
Rock Cut and this board meeting are a better place because of you. So thank you.
Yes.
All right, so you guys just turn straight around right where you are.
Come see my neighbor, take a photo, and then
Kennedy, step forward.
It's hard. It'll be there when you stand. It'll be there when you get home.
Yeah, well, probably. And it'll last like 4 weeks. Probably.
We're old.
Yeah.
It's not like we're
No, yeah. Just sneaking in here.
Everybody, we go 1, 2, 3. Sorry, there's some photos behind me. So.
You guys can come on up if you
Yep,
want.
any parents, if you want a picture, go ahead. Anyone else? One more? One more. There we go. All right.
Proud to hear that you guys lost.
Good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, you can.
Thank you.
We're not even in the Josh's part yet.
Oh, see, this is not my fault.
Next time you can't even look at anyone that comes, Josh. I'm sorry.
They were pre-warned to get out.
Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion. Second.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mr. McKnight?
Aye.
Mrs. Carlson?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Hastings?
Aye.
Mrs. Meeks? Aye. Mr. Sterling?
Aye. Yep.
The mission of the Harlan Consolidated School District as a vital part of the community
is to help diverse learners realize their unlimited potential by providing an educational program dedicated to academic excellence and the development of strong character in a safe and respectful learning environment. And since we learn from our kids, yes.
Yes, I saw that. That was
You
awesome.
saw that, didn't
I
you?
did. That was awesome.
All right.
Thank you for that.
Hey, you're welcome. You know, it kind of hurt my arm.
Don't throw your back up. Can I get a motion to approve the board meeting minutes, February 10th, 2024, regular and closed?
Motion?
Second. Mr. McKnight?
Aye.
Mrs. Carlson?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Hastings? Aye. Mrs. Meeks? Aye. Mr. Sterling?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Jason?
All right, thank you. Well, it's my pleasure this evening to recognize two groups of students. So our first one, they were ready. Is our varsity dance team. Excited to have them in attendance. And this table might be in the way, but if you guys want to kind of just spread out as far as. So as you can tell by their shirts that we have in front of us here, the Nick 10 conference champions, our Harlem varsity dance team, and also state qualifiers, which deserve a big round of applause. For those of you that have been on the board, you will notice some familiar faces, familiar coaching staff, which is a pretty cool thing. It's a testament to the program that's been built by our coaches that have been here for a while, to see the returning faces and some new faces. Pretty exciting times for us, and almost kind of an expectation that we just plan to have you each year because you're accomplishing great things. And so I'm going to turn over to the coaches, let them talk a little bit about the season, and then we'll hear from our students and any grades and such.
I'm Summer Henderson. I've been here, well, next season will be 16 years. The girls this year, we've won conference now 8 times since dance has been a sport. And the last 3 years consecutively, we've been to state. So just kind of trying to creep our way up on the state circuit there. We had a great season. It was really good. The team, they get along. We have no issues. Everybody is having a good time. So that, I think, contributes a lot to success. Like, they're all equally in the same spot and have the same goal. So kudos to them. Good job.
Chelsea Pruitt. I've coached in Harlem dance for 17 years now. So this was another great season for us.
Yeah. So before we're going to let them introduce themselves, like as I mentioned before, like the testament to building a program is that longevity that you hear right there, that they have the opportunity to build this program, to continue to do the things that they've been doing, and to have the success as of late too is really just a testament to the program that they've built. And so congratulations to the two of you. But let's hear from you, name, grade. If you're senior, if you want to tell us what your plans are for next year, that would be great too. But we'll start with this side. If you want to say your name and at least what grade you're in.
I'm Sunny Shields and I'm a sophomore. I'm Avery Klein and I'm a sophomore. I'm Ariel Broderick and I'm a freshman. I'm Elise Thompson and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Lola Cook. I'm a senior. I'm going to ISU for elementary education.
I'm Haley Swanson. I'm a senior and I'm going to go to University of Illinois for biology.
Cool.
I'm Madeline Kilmer and I'm a junior. I'm Haley Musgrave and I'm a sophomore. I'm Keegan Kilmer and I'm a freshman. I'm Emma Wickinton and I'm a sophomore. I'm Madeline Jacobson and I'm a freshman. I'm Kinley DeVligger and I'm a freshman. I'm Katie Hall and I'm a freshman.
Well, so as you can tell, we will definitely be back next year. A young team. I had no idea that you guys were so young. So now for the next couple of years, you might as well just get this date on your calendar now. So, that's pretty awesome. Obviously, congrats to the seniors as well. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. Maybe even a teaching job in 4 years and you can come back and work for us. So, but on behalf of, I don't know if she said yes. So no pressure at all right now.
Good work.
But on behalf of the board, our community, our staff, our fellow students, congratulations to all of you. I know it's a lot of hard work that you put in, a lot of time. It takes a lot to do dance and to be a student and to do all of that balance. And so kudos to all of you for your success in that. And we look forward to seeing the future of that too. So congratulations to you guys.
Way to go.
Take a photo. So we might need to, because of the tables, we might need to kind of structure like 3 lines. I'll have our board members coming behind you as well.
These are a little bit grade school kids. Yeah, I know.
I'm not.
So you get like a wooden riser, we can just kind of like, switch down or side or.
And then board, you want to move just 2 slides, just so I can see. Oh, it's really fast. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, That's what I was joking. I was like, look, you just grow it. You just grow adults.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Some of this my girlfriend.
All right, so our second recognition tonight is an opportunity for us to highlight some really cool things that our students are doing, experiences they're a part of, to highlight our staff that has been involved, and also some local business members that are here as well that support the work that we're doing and the things that we're offering our students. And so we got a few teachers here. I'm going to turn it over and let them really talk about their program and what they're offering. We're going to most definitely hear from our students as well about some of the experiences that they get to be a part of. And so I've got Melissa Hagerman, Shana Olenga, and Chris Noble. Melissa and Shana are work-based learning teachers / coordinators, I think is your official title. Chris Noble, teacher? Engineering teacher. So welcome the 3 of you. I'm going to turn it over to whoever wants to go first and talk a little about what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, so we brought with us some of the students who have either already taken the work-based learning course where they've already completed their internships, and some students that are currently on site. So they all have different stories. They all come from different pathways. I'm going to let them kind of tell you guys a little bit more about that, but each one represents a different area, so they all have different stories to share. So we can start.
My name is Yulia Miroshnik, and I'm a senior at Harlem High School. And during my first semester of senior year, I was interning at Spider Company for engineering, where I learned absolutely everything I could have possibly wanted.
Just won an award. I put you on the spot too. So about 2 weeks ago, I think, CNC, our Clear Curtain Education, I don't know what that stands for, they recognized her for engineering. They select students on a random basis and really highlight and provide, or they recognize them for the work that they're doing. And so she was recognized as an engineering student by CNC a week or 2 ago. So congratulations to you for that.
Nominated by my school dad, Mr. Rosen.
Well, how's everyone doing? Hello?
Good.
Good. My name is Malachi Center. I'm a senior at Harlem High School, and I'm currently in the CTE program at Harlem. I first enrolled into the program during my junior year, and during junior and currently during senior year, I didn't really know what path or what career I wanted to go down. I had interest in hobbies, but I never really had anything that was like set in stone, like this is what I want to do. So I was kind of lost, and to be honest, I was just lost. I didn't have no direction or like no guide to like, this is what you should do, or you would be good at this. So I kind of just had to figure it out on my own. And that was kind of stressful for me because I'm the oldest of 5 siblings, and like my family and my siblings, they expect me to set an example for the younger ones to come. And like with that pressure on me, I was like, all right, I know I gotta figure out something. And at the middle to my end of the junior year, that's when the CTE program launched. And I was like, okay, yeah, I know I gotta take advantage of this opportunity that I have. And during that time, I was in a construction class, and I liked it. I enjoyed construction. So I was like, this is something that I would be interested in doing. So with the help of Mrs. Hagerman and Mrs. Olenga, they got me enrolled into the industry of roofing, waterproofing and sheet metal. And thank you to the sponsors, Union Local 11 and Union Local 219, as well as BP Atlas and or BP Solutions Roofing and Atlas Sheet Metal. And Atlas Sheet Metal.
He worked all day on his plug.
Perfect. So I want to thank them for sponsoring and honestly just taking a shot on a kid that with really no experience or no skills or anything, and just taking me on and just willing to teach me happily. And I'm just grateful for that. Grateful for that experience and opportunity. And they're great people, great companies. That's
awesome.
Pretty much it for
Awesome.
me.
When we walked in, I was like, oh my gosh, is something broken?
I literally told him to walk in and be like, I heard there was a roof leak. And he'd be like, what happened?
You know anything about tuck pointing? I learned a lot about lately, but he was going to demonstrate some stuff, but I told him Josh didn't approve of that either. But I do want to say a quick shout out to them in the back if you want to stand so you can see your faces. Individuals such as these are really
Johnny outside the door right
there. Such a key part of all of this playing out. She mentioned Spider. Okay, for them, the groups that are working along and being willing to take on kids, like he said, take a chance on a kid that is really passionate and interested in doing this. Like this only happens because of you all. So we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We really appreciate his enthusiasm. He's always ready to learn and very excited to do so. So we love having him, and we look forward to, maybe someday he'd join our team.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome.
All right, well, thank you, Malachi, for sharing your story with us. Well, I am Lillian Smith, and I am a student. I'm in my senior year, and I am working as an instructional technician specialist. So I'm actually an intern for our entire district. So I'm very happy to see some faces I know. I bounce around to different facilities, and I'm just grateful to say hey to everyone. Now, I must begin with knowing that I speak for all of us when I know I must express my gratitude and my thanks for this wonderful program. You all have allowed us to go into these amazing opportunities that we that we otherwise never would have had access to. So I would just like to give it up for our wonderful school board and our workplace internship coordinators over here. Thank you for all that you do. One of the biggest upsides to this program is introduction to fields that we never knew were possible. I started out in technology from my freshman year, and as time went on, I kind of veered into the instructional portion of things. Now, I can actually go into these elementary schools and I teach STEM-based learning activities. I completely create them, teach them, and lead the littles. And it is so wonderful to do that while seamlessly integrating technology into our classrooms for best use for staff and students. I am so grateful to be a part of our community, and I'm really happy to let you all know that. So thank you for this wonderful program.
We definitely did not apply. I did not tell her to say that. I'm fearful that she will take my job at some point.
She might.
Very well.
Where's the earpiece? Don't worry about that.
Thanks for sharing.
Most outgoing IT person I've ever met.
Right.
My program was not nearly as cool as any of theirs. You guys all like to eat, and so I am Milo Bloomingdale, senior at Harlem High School, and my first semester of my senior year, I was in a culinary program and working at Sam's Pizza and Restaurant on Riverside.
Yeah.
They allowed me to come in and be a line cook and just watch them all make the pizzas, make the pastas, and I was a part of that. I'm really grateful for that. They were really helpful, really teaching. They were very teaching to, yeah, you get. And yeah, it helped a lot, and I'm excited that I have that under my belt because it can help with getting into a culinary school, especially like the CIA, the Culinary Institute of America in New York, or Kendall College up in Chicago. Both of those are great options, and hopefully having that under my belt will assist me in getting into one of those. So thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Haley Swanson. I'm doing the internship with UW. It's a pharmacy internship. And like I said, I'm going to major in biology, and then I'm going to go to med school to be a pediatric surgeon. So just getting to work in the hospital, I learned how to make, administer, transport meds, just seeing like all the different things that goes into like pharmacy is really like beneficial for me. So.
Yeah.
Hi again, I'm Lola. I'm going into elementary education, and this program let me go student teach in a 4th grade classroom at Ralston, and I think being a part of it really deepened my passion for working with kids, so I thank this program for letting me be hands-on learning and having small groups with kids and building lesson plans, so I really thank you guys for that.
And we thank you.
Yes, we thank you guys. We'll have a job for you before you.
I plan on coming back, so.
It is recorded. Teachers, before because I want to give a chance for our board to maybe ask some questions or interact with their students, but anything that you three would like to add to about these students, about the program in general. Obviously, when you talk, we're looking at 6 kids right here. Like, we have tons and tons of kids in our high school, and this is a big task. It's a big ask to try to get kids placed in programs and things that they're interested in and giving them those experiences. And so we're grateful for the work that you all do, and it's obviously worth it because you see the excitement, you see the passion, you see the opportunities that these kids have, and that's a really cool thing. So anything you guys want to add to this?
Can I just say that we had shared with the board how many internships at the end of last year. Do you mind giving them an update, because there's been a lot more this year than the previous year?
We're currently interviewing all the students who are interested in it for next year, and as of right now, we have over 115 interviews we have to do, so.
115?
Yep. And it's over that, I just haven't counted recently, so.
They just keep coming.
And this year you had how many in each semester?
This past semester, we had around 40 to 50-ish each semester this past year. This next year, a lot of them want to do it both semesters, so that's a new thing for us. We've had only 1 or 2 do it both semesters.
Yeah.
So lots of new things coming, and a lot of kids who are interested.
So if you like this, you want to add this, we have plenty of room for this. So
Yeah, we just
it's
told
been
them
great.
name pathway and where you went, and they took it.
So
Really?
fantastic.
Board members, do you have any questions or comments or anything you want to say?
I want to all of us want to talk.
Are you related to Reverend Center?
I'm sorry.
Reverend Center?
Oh, John?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my grandpa.
I thought so.
I just want to say I wish they had this when I was in it. I wasn't a book kind of person, but I had common sense. Like, I knew how to fix things. I knew how to do that kind of stuff. And I truly believe I'd probably be retiring, actually. I'd be retiring at the end of this year if I'd have gotten to the trades, if that was really offered. So, it's a great program. Utilize it, all of it, because, do what you love. You never work a day in your life, and you get to choose that. You get to get that hands-on to see if it's really what you love. So thank you for taking advantage of it. Like, this is what we need to hear when we pass budgets and that kind of stuff. Like, oh, that's a lot of money, but this makes it so much easier of a decision. I think I speak for the whole board when I say that.
Yeah.
You do.
So thank you.
I was going to say, we're just kind of going around
All right,
here.
that's fine.
First,
I'll
you
make my
guys
turn.
are fantastic ambassadors for the program, and if we're not getting you guys recorded for everyone else that's joining this to see success stories, we're doing that wrong. We absolutely have to do that. This is fantastic. And I have to, for the first time, echo Aaron. I came out of high school and you just didn't quite know where it was there, and you picked up stuff in certain courses, and you're like, well, I'll figure it out at some point. But to have these opportunities, these guidances to either know exactly what you want to do or go, wow, I hate that, and being able to then change your path now than being 4 years into a program, being straddled with that debt, this is huge, and we just need to grow this. And being able to facilitate this and all that work, 115 of these interviews and finding the right pairing and matching and work by everyone, this is fantastic. And to everyone that facilitates this for the businesses, like, that's a risk, right? You're taking kids and you're bringing them in there and you're making sure they've got the tools and teaching them, huh?
Young adults.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Friends. We'll go with friends. And it's that's a risk for everybody, right? And thankfully we're getting the right people there and the right members in the community to help with that. So again, it takes a community, and this is just awesome. Fantastic.
All right.
Yeah, sorry, this is.
No, you're good. So I was actually going to lead into that, so if we could get your permission, I would love to focus you guys on our stories to show the success that this is, so that kids in our district can look up and see what they can aspire to. I mean, from all the trades to pharmacy to teaching. Thank you.
Yeah.
And believe me, culinary is in my background. So you do that, brother. You've dealt with a lot. So I know. And don't forget getting up on that roof and dealing with those guys and all the stuff that you do. That guy right behind you, he's a great leader, and for him to come out and say that you'd offer that speaks volumes to your character and to everything that you're going to do in the future. So thank you for being a great ambassador for Harlem, all of you guys. This is awesome, and I hope you guys can inspire more kids to get into these.
Friends.
But I'm talking about for the
No,
young children to understand that there are pathways in our district. So thank you guys. You guys are starting it out, and you are the vanguard. So thank you.
I just wanted to ask our culinary chef, are you going to look at owning your own business or going into
Yes,
fantastic
hopefully that is
restaurants?
the plan. I will own my own restaurant sometime within the fastest I can do it.
Definitely look up Mr. Sterling. You can.
Well, so again, as you've heard it said, on behalf of the board, our community, our students and staff, congratulations, thank you, well done. We look forward to seeing you in those roles. We look forward to hiring you soon. Kudos to all of you, again, thank you teachers as well. So definitely want to get a photo though, for sure, with our board. So if you guys would all kind of come to the middle here. If I could have our staff as well, join if you'd like to join us, please. Let's go over and walk in the way. Love to get a photo of all of you.
Kurt, come on.
I'm just moving around. That's all I do. Here we go.
I think I've got you all. Here we go, 1, 2, 3.
Where do we look?
Got it.
Awesome.
Did you see that? All the time. I was like, can you make that music to work?
You haven't gotten all the time. Yes, it's
Yeah, I didn't expect her to say information technology. I thought she was the education pathway.
They call her Disney princess.
And then she said information technology, and I was like,
Definitely could be
what?
Disney princess. That was awesome. Like, that was awesome.
The communication skills. Like, in high school, I didn't want to talk to anybody.
She's a Disney princess.
She's going to open up her arms, and we're just going to have woodland creatures.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Just of all squirrels, birds, deer, a fawn, and just going
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Dr. Bloom?
Yeah, if you nailed it, we'll give you credit on this one.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Do you have anything else? But anyway.
I mean, you can't. How do you follow that? Josh.
Good job, Jason.
We don't have any comments for the community at the moment. No. All right. Bring it under the bills.
All right. Noticing no one left there. The total payables for this period were $684,491.41. There was one payroll this period in the amount of $3,541,594.98 for total expenditures of $4,226,086.39. Split out by fund, the education fund paid $3,614,482.59. The operations and maintenance fund paid $203,684.46. The transportation fund paid $213,544.07. The IMRF Social Security Fund paid $123,616.12. And the Capital Projects Fund paid $70,759.15. Again, for total expenditures of $4,226,086.39. Is there any unanswered questions? If there not, that is it for the bills.
Motion to approve the bills.
Motion.
Second.
Mrs. Carlson?
Yes.
Mrs. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Hastings?
Aye.
Mrs. Meeks? Aye. Mr. Sterling?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mr. McKnight?
Aye.
Ms. Meeks. Turning it over to you.
Oh, good evening, everyone. Wow. Anybody here? First, I want to say I love the artwork. I don't think it was up last time. If it was, there's different things in there that just draw your eyes to it. But it's really nice. And thank you, students, for always keeping this room looking really nice and pleasant to our eyes and stuff. And come with your different creations and of color and shapes and sizes. So I really appreciate that. I want to say thank you, Mr. Reineke, for Rock Cut students. They did a wonderful job this evening with the pledge. It's always nice to have our students come in and do the pledge. Congratulations to the varsity dance team. They're conference champs, right?
Yeah.
So, and then we have quite a few coming back, so looking forward to
All but two.
Huh?
All but two.
All but two. Wow, that's
And one's coming
amazing.
back for 4
So
years.
each year will get better and better, especially when you have students that are still left to carry on. So then also the CNC students. Wow, I'm so glad we brought that program back because a lot of students are not college material, and so when you can go to school and actually be trained to work in the workforce and doing things that you like and uplifting you, and just to see them students standing here, you can feel the love that they have and the compassion and how happy they are. So I just want to say thank you to everyone that participated in getting that program started. That's truly an honor, and I wish everyone that follows in that program continued success because we are #1 in doing that, and that's one of the best things that we could ever done was to bring that program back into our district. I don't have anything to report. Just the next meeting, Equity and Social Justice meeting will be March 12th, 4:30 here at the administration building. So thank you all and have a good evening.
Thank you. Aaron McKnight.
All right. I am going to echo the varsity dance and the Harlem's dance team is really, really good. My daughter participates in the dance team during the football season. Maybe I could talk her into joining during competitive season, but she teaches dance, and there's contracts and all this kind of stuff, which is whatever, but we'll see. And also, Mr. Renick, I just love the idea, hey, and I wonder how often he does. I should have asked him before he left, how often do you say, hey, send me a list of students that are awesome, and I'll figure out a way to recognize them. And I think he does it. I think most of our principals do it quite frequently. But I mean, the elephant in the room. Girls bowling, state champs again. I know. I was hoping you didn't remember.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. What is that? Is that a three-peat? I think it's a three-peat, isn't it?
I think it is.
I don't think so.
No, did we miss one in there? 3 out of 4, I think, at least, right? Okay, awesome. Also, I want to give a shout out to the Harlem's Fans Club, for doing the trivia night. That was a absolute huge success. I literally had to find a stool almost outside just so I could be a part of it. It was packed. They had teams. they had the whole place full, and then teams at the bar. So I couldn't even sit at the bar to just be a part of it. So great event. And it's a lot of work for that group, and they are doing a fantastic job. I'm starting to see some of the things like the purchases that they're making for swimming and cheerleading and all this kind of stuff, and they're really dispersing the money. So thank you all that are on that. For your hard work, and I know there's many more events coming up, so thank you for that. Also, Ms. Hubley for her award. That's a state award, right, from the ISB?
Yeah.
Teacher of the Year for Ms. Hubley. So, and we've seen her in here many a time, so that wasn't a surprise that she got it because she's doing great things with our students. And I believe she is in the education pathway, correct?
I think you stole Jason's thunder for next
She'll
month.
be here next meeting, so.
You can just say it. You can tell by his look.
I'll say it again. I mean, for somebody to be that involved, and we've seen her here with other clubs and kind of stuff, so thank you, Mrs. Hubley, for all that you do. And this work-based learning, like I said it before, and I'll repeat it, like, you know, when we're approving budgets and these programs are in there, and they're pricey. I mean, it's not inexpensive to do. Seeing the product of these programs makes it all worthwhile, and it's so much easier to justify to the community why we're approving these numbers, and it's absolutely wonderful. And this is a small snapshot because we're interviewing 115 for next year. I'd like to see them every meeting, you know, and where they're. I'm just kidding. I don't need to see them every meeting. But I would definitely, you know, I wouldn't mind it really, you know. But I really think that, you know, we're doing the right thing, you know. And like I said, college isn't for everyone, and for some of them, it's fantastic. For others, like Malik. Was that his name? Malachi. Close. Like Malachi, like I didn't know what I wanted to do, and this looked fun. So, and somebody trusted me in this, and next thing you know, one of our local roofing companies and trades picked him up and are taking a chance with one of our students. So that's fantastic. So with that being said, I'm done.
Okay.
I didn't have much to say.
Rebecca Carlson.
Thank you. Good evening. Good to see everybody. I'm so excited to see our students do the pledge every month. It's just amazing. I just love the little people that come in here and they're so excited and they're so willing and they love what they're doing and they love their schools and they love it's fun. It's so fun to see them and they know what they're saying. I'm so excited that they all know the pledge and they're all good at it, no matter whether they're first grade or sixth grade. Well, fifth grade now. So it's just amazing to see them. I'm thrilled to see them every year. Thank you, Jason, for bringing them in every month. To our students in the work program, wow, that's all I can say, wow. It's amazing. I want to see some fantastic food from our culinary student and go Badgers, go Cardinals to their schools that they're going to go to. Those are some good places to go to. I see a smile back there. Somebody must be a Cardinal. No, but it's so neat to see us educating these kids and learning all of these wonderful things they can learn. And like everybody said, I didn't want to go to college. So it's exciting that they have something else to do. So that's just amazing. To the young man who is getting on the roof, Malachi, I'm so glad somebody's getting on the roof because I'm never going to get on the roof. Somebody has to fix the roof. That's amazing that he is even willing to do that. And most of all, I want to shout out to our parents of all of these students that you're allowing them to do this. You're excited that they're doing this. You're helping them do some of these jobs. You are thrilled that you're standing behind them. And even our dance teams and things, boy, that's a lot of running and working and going places. And it's amazing, our parents who just have our kids and got their backs every time they do it. So I don't have any reports either, so it's just exciting to sit here and have exciting people come in and show us they're good. I defer.
Larry Smith.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to the Rock Cut group for coming in. They're very frequent visitors coming here. I really appreciate Mr. Reinecke bringing in those Rangers. Rock Cut rocks. I bet that when he asked the teachers for some kids that are doing awesome things, he probably had 300 names he had to sort through to get to the ones that he brought in for the pledge. So I really appreciate Rock Cut. this is, and I really appreciate Mr. Bloom for doing this and consistently doing this for not just the school board, because he doesn't have to tell us how great Harlem is, the Harlem School District, but Mr. Bloom makes sure that he lets the community know all the wonderful things that are happening within the Harlem School District. So thank you, Mr. Bloom, for bringing in that wonderful dance team and the bowling team that you're going to be bringing in, and all these other groups that you bring in regularly, just to remind the community of what it is that they have invested in. And I believe I said this not too long ago, but again, this is another example of how involved our community is in this school district. It's wonderful the things that they're doing, making these internships available. And it's just greatly appreciated. And that's just from my heart, is I really appreciate all those within the community that make these opportunities available. And they do it not just for the kids that are in these special programs. They do that for all the youth, and they become mentors, not in an official capacity, but for those that aren't in these programs, there are so many businesses and community groups that act as mentors for our young people within the Harlem School District, and it's greatly appreciated. So thank you, Mr. Sterling.
Thank you, sir. Megan Hastings.
All right, so real quick about the CTE. It's absolutely fantastic. Student Lily, I did not imagine you opening your mouth and saying information technology. It's an amazing presentation for IT. It's really incredible that these students have the opportunity to explore all these pathways. I've heard the students be mentioned and the parents. I just want to also take a moment too for all the educators that weren't here to thank them as well. They're also very passionate, obviously, about these pathways. We have the engineering department represented, but also Miss Hubley Taylor that Erin McKnight mentioned. She's the education pathway and runs Paw Prints. And to have one of our CTE educators be recognized at a state level. And then we had Yulia, who received a CNC and Excellence in Engineering Award. It's just very obvious that Harlem is getting out there and people see all of the incredible things that we're doing. I'm a huge fan of Miss Hubley Taylor's. I've been singing her praises for a hot minute now. So when they announced her award, I was not surprised in the slightest. And that's only a sampling of just the incredible educators we've got across the district. I've started to see One School, One Books come out, so I really absolutely love this time of year when the schools as a community pick a book and they all read it together, they answer questions together, and the school really pushes to have those books read at home. I think it's just a huge opportunity for interaction amongst the grades, amongst the staff and the students, and then bringing the parents and the siblings in, and really providing a literacy activity that's easy. The books are provided. It's just equitable and accessible, and I absolutely love it. And then lastly, I had to give a shout out to the HMS crew. I did parent teacher conferences for my kiddo. They had a different setup this time in the gym, and I think they blew it away. So not only were the counseling staff available for any questions, but all of the teachers, not only the core classes, but all of the electives as well were available. It was just a very well-oiled machine, and to get a chance to kind of touch base with every single teacher that my kiddo has an interaction with, all 6 of them, was really cool. That doesn't happen. Like I talked to our PE teacher, which is not like you usually get to talk to the PE teacher. And it was one of the best conferences she had the whole way. So shout out to the HMS team for just putting that together and really knocking it out of the park. The only comments I have are less candy bowls. My kids took full advantage of the candy bowls. But no, in all seriousness, it was a really fantastic time. So that being said, candy, just not pockets full. The next education committee is March 12th as part of the committee of the whole at 4:30. Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, so I'm the last, and everything's been probably mentioned. Not everything though.
You're so last, you're not the last.
Yeah, he's all the way down below the first page.
Yeah, I'm actually below the fold down there. Keep on going.
I deeply
Keep on
apologize.
going. No, it's all right.
Nope. I'm going to give it to you, and you will definitely hit everything.
Get you covered. Oh, you do want to follow up. Okay. Let's see what was not, in fact, covered here. Well, out of the gate, I love any of the students that come in for the pledge. Rock Top is no exception. Let's just keep bringing students in. I love the effort of who's striving, who's doing harder, who's doing great things, and giving them the first dibs of coming in and doing that. No one mentioned the Kaleidoscope concert, which clearly is going to cost you some cheesecake for that next fundraiser. Mr. Jensen did a fantastic job emceeing this, and this is also the first year, to my knowledge, someone correct me if I'm wrong, that we would have third graders because of fine arts there. So from third grade to seniors, you got to experience the starting skills of these friends, all the way to the ones that are preparing to then go into their professional lives, their college careers with music and watching it develop. If you were there, they gave out some additional scholarships with those funds, and some of the stories and how it has helped these students is fantastic. So yeah, buy some cheesecake, support them. The Kaleidoscope program is excellent every year, and this year was no exception for that. You guys covered so much. There's always other stuff that's out here. I gave my rant on how fantastic it is for getting our kids, students, friends out into the community, and the hard work that the teachers have placed them, and the community members are taking that chance. And I won't stop talking about how great that is and how we need to expand that out, and that I only wish that they had that way back when I graduated. To your point, Aaron, who knows where I would have been with some of those programs. And they were starting, but I'd love to see them being where they are, but yet so much room for them to grow, and to have ambassadors to that program that we're in here is fantastic. And also, yeah, that much excitement and joy from someone in IT. Rarity, she's going places.
Truly.
And also to all the fans and parents and our bowlers. I got a chance to get out there, and the police that brought the police escort to bring our champions into the high school. It was great to celebrate and see them come in, and all the joy of everyone's faces for that as well. A great opportunity for that. And I think I got everything that was not mentioned. Did I miss anything? Anything? You got some more? Okay. All right, perfect. Mike? Oh, actually, look, everyone else was right on. It was a great test, wasn't it? The next Business Service Committee meeting it's going to be different than everyone else's. I lied. It's going to be the same place because it's a committee of the whole. So March 12th, here at 4:30, 2025 even. All right, I think I got it all.
All right, thank you,
There you go,
sir.
Mike. Thank you.
All right. First, Larry, Ryan did a great job today, but didn't I believe he had an employee that got Employee of the Month? Was that Jen Fawcett? I think so. I saw a post. So I think he has even the Employee of the Month that we'd have to recognize as well. So good things are, like you said, good things are happening at Rock Cut.
They rock.
They rock. Obviously, I want to give a shout out to all our athletes that are doing great things, but I want to really focus on the programs that are working here and the businesses that are local, that are in our neighborhoods, that are helping out. We're like Spider. I mean, the engineering that they have there, that they are allowing our students to come in there and do. That's amazing. We have BP Solutions and Atlas for some of the trades. those are dangerous jobs, but to be able to have our kids could get out there, do it safely, do it correctly, and then such a good job that they're maybe even offering them a job, like to get into the trades. That's awesome. The UW program that for pharmacy that is extending down into here, into our schools, and working with our kids and putting them into a program that is going to keep them successful. That is awesome. Working in a restaurant, but Sam's, we got to give them a props. It's hard, and that's a busy place to put a kid on the line.
Yeah.
I give them a lot of respect to take that and be able to work with it, and he still wants to go further in his career after seeing that. So you learn a lot real quick on the line. Our student teaching. I mean, the instructional teacher, like I thought she was a teacher the way she was confident, spitting it out, able to just go, talking about how she was instructing with the littles, to our student teacher who also, like, smiling, talking about doing their lesson plans and being, like, actually understanding and being in, well, not just anywhere, but in our own district, in our own schools. And obviously, you know, they're fostering and they say, you know, she plans to come back. So that is awesome. Like, this is what these things are. So I want to give a shout out to my fellow board members, like you guys helped create this. The things that you have passed that allowed these programs to come to fruition. Not just, I mean, yes, we've been talking about like the pathways to not go to a forgery institution, but also those. Like we have that big building, but there's engineering there. There's we're bringing medical there, and it's more things coming online every day. And these are things that it takes a while to build, but the tree's growing, and this is all because of things that you guys have done here. So I want to say thank you. I have to give a shout out to Ms. Walanga and Hagerman. Like, they are going out and getting these internships and help fostering the relationships in our own backyard. That's amazing. And she said they had 115, but there's more because she stopped counting because she's here. So I mean, this is what we do, and this is proof in the concept of it working in our own backyard. Just to be able to highlight our successes with these students and show all the other students the things that we're doing would be awesome. So I can't wait to see it. Sorry to put another thing on your plate, but I'm not. So thank you.
Do we have a wall for these guys of like the coaches that are doing this and the kids that have gone this way to track this? It should be commemorated.
That
we have college athletes.
Yeah.
Let's do.
We're starting our series. We used to have one that was called 122 and 122, where we'll highlight our programs and our endorsement areas and stuff like that. And so we're starting to build that out. So it'll be little minute-long videos where we interview kids and highlight the kids that we're talking about.
Yeah, I get out there. Kids are walking by to see it, just to
We could do signings.
I'm sorry. Like I said, you can't make me shut up about this.
No, we're good. I'm excited. Thank you. All right. Our next regular board meeting will be March 17th, 2025 at 6 p.m. Our next policy committee meeting will be March 12th, 2025, 4:30 p.m. here. I have a recommendation to approve the second reading of policy updates from January 13th. Recommendation to release the redacted closed session minutes from July 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2024. And yes, I look forward to seeing those videos and highlights. Can't wait. And with that, I will turn it over to Dr. Miller.
Thank you. I have one item this evening. At our last board meeting, I brought our proposed school calendar. At that time, I shared with you the language from the CBA that administration works with the union on developing a calendar. We asked for feedback for a week. We shared all 93 responses with you at the last meeting. We did make one slight adjustment based off of their feedback. We are trying a few different things this next school year, one of them being to front load a little bit more. We're hoping to have that new ELA curriculum and trying to give plenty of time for teachers to be prepared for the beginning of the school year. So that's why the front loading. The SIP days are the days that we're continuing our letters training, so we do have to have those planned throughout throughout the year, and looking forward to seeing whether these changes work or not, and go from there. But asking the board to approve the calendar this evening.
Thank you. Commissioner?
All right, I have 2 items this evening. The first item is a recommendation to approve a resolution declaring surplus property at Olson Park Elementary. And my second item is a recommendation to award bid of parking lot improvement projects for Olson Park Elementary and Harlem Middle School to Stenstrom Excavating Blacktop for a base bid of $439,990 and alternate one for $11,298 for a total cost of $451,288. So alternate one, there are dry wells in that parking lot, so that would be to connect it to the street so that the water can drain out. And so since it's right there, the engineer recommended we accept that. Alternate two was, we've had a few conversations at the board about the possibility of putting a basketball court in there. I know the PTO has talked about it, the PE staff has talked about it. So we had that included just so we knew what the number was, and that is pretty much right what our design told us. So I'm not recommending that tonight, but I am working with the middle school and the PTO to see what kind of funds they have, and that probably will come back as a recommendation at some point.
Where?
Next meeting, probably.
No, I went where?
Oh, so inside the fence, inside the track, at the end of the football field where that little D spot is, that court will fit in there.
Right there. I got a map.
Yeah, I drew. So it's in the fenced in.
It's in the fenced in area over here in the end, outside of the end.
Mm-hmm. So PE could use it that way. Yeah. Because right now there's 2 hoops in the parking lot and they're not really usable. Because we looked for a while about where could we put something like that.
Would it be cheaper to do it in one of the tennis courts?
We asked that. Remember because of the way we were gonna use it on the inside, right, and shoot, but the way they use the tennis, when they're using the tennis courts,
Because this way.
it took away a station from them.
Right, this would, right, the way that they're gonna do it now, or we suggest it won't take away a station. They can keep using it, so.
That is a good question though, because we did try to work that through.
Please ask some questions.
Well, and I like the idea of it's protected. You know, the field is locked up. I mean, obviously, you can always jump a fence, but it's locked up, so we don't have to worry about bent rims. We don't have to worry about that stuff as much, bent rims, torn nets, you know.
Let us keep working on that. I just wanted to, we put it in here for a number to inform the board, and then we'll come back and see what the total dollars are. But at least we know now that the number was pretty good, what we were getting, so. So just tonight, base bid and alternate one is the recommendation.
Okay.
Are there any other questions?
Is he gonna extend the parking lot at all at Olson? Because I know they've got a small parking lot.
So we extended that a while back. I think the spaces are okay. The reason that Olson's a little bit more expensive is because the concrete sidewalk along there is crumbling. So this will re-concrete that sidewalk. So I don't think spaces are huge, because early in 2010s we doubled Windsor, we expanded Maple, we expanded some at Olson. So it's not necessarily for an expansion, it's just making sure the core is good, relaying, and then the concrete.
I just know when visitors go over there, it's a chore to try to find an open space, and
sure.
So
We'll see how they stripe it and see if there's any room for additional spots. Sure.
It is not an issue now that we've lost 6th grade. We have plenty of open parking spaces. We probably have 15 at least on a regular day that are open once all of our staff is there.
Thank you.
All the 6th grade drivers getting out of the way.
Yeah.
And there's none of the elementary schools have enough parking spots when they invite anybody in. None of them do.
McChesney, you even have to use the service road.
Yeah,
so,
100%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then it goes.
Good evening, Mr. Sterling. I have the recommendation to approve the personnel agenda this evening. We have 9 resignations, 2 transfers, 2 leaves of absence, 6 employments, and 1 Federation Bank request. So a little short tonight.
Thank you. And with that, Dr. Yarber.
Great, Jason, I'll take this home. We got 2 FOIA requests here. The first one dated February 7th, 2025, submitted by Logan Lehman, requesting information on personal sick vacation days from support staff para supervisory assistants, custodians, dated January 1st of 2021 to December 31st of 2024, and for the support staff salary report and the district's 5-day extension request to respond by today, February 24th, 2025. So we need to move that up. Okay. And then the second one, Freedom of Information Act, dated February 17th of 2025, submitted by Elaine Nichols, requesting information on educators. All right, and so this is our second board meeting of the month, and so what we like to do is give a summary of our previous Equity and Social Justice Committee meeting. So on February 5th, 2025, we had our last meeting, and in that meeting, Jason, if you can go to the next slide, we spent a little bit of time talking about the difference between equity versus equality, and that was put on by Windsor. And so the definition of equity recognizes that individuals have different needs and allocates resources based on those needs to achieve an equal outcome for all. And so equity attempts to identify imbalances and find ways to restore fairness and justice. And so a quick side-by-side that we went over, that evening. Equality, providing fairness by treating everyone the same. Equity, providing fairness by addressing individual needs. Equality assumes everyone has the same starting point and needs. Equity takes into account individual differences and circumstances. Equality can lead to unequal outcomes due to unequal starting points. Within equity, can lead to unequal treatment to achieve fairness. And then seeks to provide equal access to opportunities. Within equity, seeks to eliminate barriers that provide opportunities or provide access to opportunities. And then can be achieved with equal treatment and resources, whereas equity can require additional resources or support. Really props to Windsor for giving us that presentation, which leads us into how does it look. So at McChesney Elementary School, you have buddy classrooms. Each classroom has a buddy classroom where they can learn from each other. So as you can see on my left, I think some of you are right, the monolingual class is learning how to make flowers and about the tradition from our OLA 4th and 5th grade classes working together. So we appreciate that for McChesney. At Marquette, really focusing on the particular activity at the bottom where students draw a classmate's name to write a positive note about them. Mr. Smith, you're always talking about being nice and people supporting each other, and that's what our students at Marquette is doing. So thank you for that.
Side note, this is completely unrelated, but just want to let you know that that picture over there that you guys get to look at is of a student from Marquette Elementary.
There you go.
So
that is
special.
related.
She is obviously very proud of the work that she's displaying right there. So,
So Aaron, you get to see what Mr. Smith is not.
I just see one, he gets to see all.
All right. At Parker Center, what we really like is the books that are donated to each classroom color group from our equity team, which is obviously supporting belonging. And then our Black History Month display. You can't really see the picture of Kobe Bryant, but Kobe Bryant is in there. Just got to shout out Kobe Bryant. At Ralston Elementary School, the theme was engagement. And what I really like about this one is the students created a word wall of the week, vocabulary words, and then each student created sentences on it as well as the definition. So this is really student driven, and the students putting this together. So
absolutely. So this is something that you'll see in quite a few of our elementary schools, as we've known a focus on vocab, and have identified that as an area. So a lot of our schools are doing either daily or weekly vocab words for the whole building. So they'll do it over morning announcements. They'll talk about a word, they'll define it, they'll use it in sentences. They'll have students maybe leading that, but this is a common theme that you'll see across the board buildings is really focusing on vocabulary this year.
And then how Rock Cut uses, obviously what we're doing. If you can see the triangle as far as supporting our students, and you see how the triangle goes from psychological needs all the way up to self-actualization. And what I wanted to highlight with this particular student, and for confidential reasons, we won't say his name, but I had Mr. Reinecke put together a real quick statement about this student, which shows when we talk about belonging and supporting our students, what can happen. So this particular student transferred into Rock Cut 4th grade year. He experienced frequent suspensions and discipline referrals in his previous district, leading to distrust from both him and his family. But upon arrival to Rock Cut 2, he was defensive and fearful of school staff, but through a structured approach, he focused on control, connection, and competence. He has made a remarkable progress. With the team at Rock Cut, what they did was they had consistent expectations for him, kept him in school with fair consequences, implemented check-in, check-out, and worked closely with his parents to rebuild trust. Now, he's in 5th grade. He is more open to feedback, has strong friendships, and maintains positive relationships with staff. His discipline referrals have significantly decreased. He has no suspensions, and his academic growth is evident. He's meeting his target in math and nearly reaching his goal in reading. His parents are highly pleased with his progress, and his transformation highlights the impact of our school's supportive and restorative approach. And so I feel, along with Principal Reinecke, he is a great example of how we take a personalized approach to provide equitable opportunities for all of our students. And so, again, we like to show these highlights and things that our buildings are doing within our ESJ meetings, but also, too, in giving you examples of how it looks, when our kids with action. So I really appreciate that.
Throwing out the kudos to Rock Cut today.
Throwing out the kudos to Rock Cut. All right. Thank you, guys. And my report. They rock.
And roll. Thank you, sir. All right, moving on to the consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the personal agenda and the addendum? No.
Motion. Second.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Hastings? Aye. Mrs. Meeks? Aye. Mr. Sterling?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mr. McKnight?
Aye.
Mrs. Carlson?
Yes.
You know what? Travel request, we don't have facility requests. So can I get a motion to approve resolution declaring surplus property?
Motion.
Second.
Mrs. Hastings?
Aye.
Mrs. Meeks? Aye. Mr. Sterling?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mr. McKnight?
Aye.
Mrs. Carlson?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Can I get a motion to approve the 2025-2026 district calendar?
Motion.
Not everybody at once.
Second.
Mrs. Meeks? Aye. Mr. Sterling?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mr. McKnight?
Aye.
Mrs. Carlson?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Hastings?
Aye.
Can I get a motion to approve second reading of policy updates from January 13th, 2025, first reading?
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Sterling?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mr. McKnight?
Aye.
Mrs. Carlson?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Hastings?
Aye.
Mrs. Meeks? Aye.
Can I get a motion to approve release of redacted closed session minutes from July 1, 2024 through December 31st, 2024?
Motion.
Second.
Mr. Thompson?
Aye.
Mr. McKnight?
Aye.
Mrs. Carlson?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Hastings?
Aye.
Mrs. Meeks? Aye. Mr. Sterling?
Aye. Can I get a motion to approve the award bid for parking lot improvement projects Olson Park and Harlem Middle School to Stenstrom Excavating and Blacktop for a base bid of $439,990 and an alternate number one of $11,298 for a total cost of $451,288.
Can I ask another question on this that I thought of beforehand? I apologize, y'all. We're trying to get out of here. I'm just curious on this undercut rate. So the undercut rate of Stenstrom, I know that's for extra removal and all that kind of stuff. The undercut rate is almost twice as much as some of the other bids. Do we see that affecting this bottom line if they were going above any other companies? Like, is that something that there's any worry about?
No.
Because I see the difference between some of these companies is...
Yeah, but if you look at the next lowest, they have the same rate on there.
Okay.
So no one is really within $33,000 of that. So no, I don't anticipate that.
That's all I want. If you anticipate, you've done more parking lots than I have. So I'm done. I will motion.
Mike's first.
Second.
Mr. McKnight?
Aye.
Mrs. Carlson?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Hastings?
Aye.
Mrs. Meeks? Aye. Mr. Sterling?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Announcements and discussion. Anything else?
I just want to add, sorry,
No,
with the
you're good.
CTE, past board members as well, thank you for all of past board members' work on CTE program. I recognize that people sat in our seats before us, helped it get going before us. So shout out to anybody who's sat in a seat and helped that program get on its feet. I just wanted to mention them before we closed out. it's hard finding everybody to thank in such a big program.
It would be nice to see the names. We've talked about the names of the students. It'd be neat to see them in the CTE building. You know, walk in the door in the big foyer, and it'd be great to see all their names and all of the businesses and displayed. I know he said we're going to display them, but that'd be a really good place to display them.
There you go. Click, nudge, nudge.
Huge foyer.
We'd have to have a flip plan.
I was gonna say the foyer would be full.
Pages.
A 20-hour site.
A scroll.
Screen or something like that, scroll.
Anyway,
Well, kind of like what they have with sports. You can go back and look at athletics. You can go back to when cameras were developed or something. I don't know. I mean, you can go way back in athletics and look at the history.
I think that's something we can bring up in the especially committee of the whole, so we can start
Yeah.
that process.
Yeah.
All right, with that, any more announcements and discussion? Can I get a motion and a second to adjourn?
Motion.
Mrs. Carlson?
Aye.
Mrs. Carlson?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mrs. Hasty? Aye. Mrs. Meeks? Aye. Mr. Sterling?
Aye.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
Mr. McKnight?
All
All right.
right.